Chinese scientists reporting that North Korea's nuclear test site has collapsed since the rogue regime's last test in November. This ahead of a historic summit set to take place on Friday between rival Korean leaders Kim Jong-un and Moon Jae-in. Joining us now is Peter Brooks, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Asian and Pacific Affairs. What do you make of this? Do you think the site really collapsed?
I think it's very likely. You know, our understanding is, Melissa, is that all 6 nuclear tests have taken place inside of that mountain at Pyongyang-ri. And I'd heard stories before about this. There were concerns that there had been a tunnel collapse where a lot of people had been injured or killed at this site. And now this newest reporting. So it makes sense to me, which is what's interesting about this really is the recent concessions from the North Koreans about stopping their nuclear testing. This may be just a throwaway because they have no place to test until they prepare another site. So it would be really interesting if that's the case, but we need to know more.
Do we know for sure that this was the only place that they could do it?
Well, my understanding is, you know, I'm outside of government now, and my understanding is that all 6 tests that they've conducted have been conducted at this site. And there has been a lot of concern from seismologists and others about what would happen because you're blowing this incredibly powerful weapon below the surface of the Earth, and it creates caverns and seismological events and other things well beyond my knowledge that people were concerned about, the fact that the mountain might collapse and what that might mean. So I understand they've all taken place there.
Wow, talk about destroying the planet. Now North and South Korea having this first historic meeting, you know, in over 10 years. What do you expect from that? What are you looking for?
Right. Well, it is historic. I mean, this is the first time they've the 2 leaders have met of the country since 2007. This is the first time that a North Korean leader has been in South Korea. This is going to take place, my understanding, on the southern side of the demilitarized zone, which is obviously a misnomer. It's the most militarized line of division in the world. But that's what they call it, the 38th parallel. So this will be historic. And I think, you know, for the North Korea, this is going to be an historic event for them. I mean, they're going to play this to the folks at home. You know, this is his father didn't do it, his grandfather didn't do it, and there's only been those people as leaders of the country. So this is indeed historic. I think they're going to look for concessions from the South. They're always looking for economic concessions. They may look for concessions from China. For South Korea, obviously, a lot of things are important. A reduction in tensions. Of course, humanitarian issues. You know, many Korean families are divided since the war. Some live in the north and some live in the south. So the opportunities for visitations, for getting families back together, especially as they get older, is critically important. And that would be something they'll be looking at. They're also talking about a peace treaty. You know, this is just an armistice. It's been a ceasefire since 1953, and they're talking about this, but that'll be a challenge.
I always thought the DMZ was named with irony. Peter Brooks, thank you so much.